Welcome back, everybody, to another video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at my Steam Deck. I'm going to turn it back on. So this is it right here. This is the Steam Deck. There we go. So as you can see right here, this is what you're looking at when you actually boot up the Steam Deck. So this device, I've had it for about a week, give or take, and it has been fantastic. I give nothing but good reviews. Oh, a few little minor tweaks here and there that need to be done. Don't excuse me for the background. Okay, I apologize for that. All right. Anyway, if my dog would stop, there we go. Love my dog. This is a handheld gaming PC. This is one of the biggest ones out there. Because obviously Valve and they implemented Steam already, so it's really easy to go and stuff like that. So like I said, this is what you're looking at. Well, actually what you're looking at when you boot up the Steam Deck is this right here. So I have been using this thing every single day for about a week. I got it last Friday. It's today, actually is Friday, so a week. And it's great. So I am starting to get into the habit of gaming on it. Beforehand, I wasn't really doing that a whole lot. I was mostly just setting everything up. But in my library, you can see I've got all of my great on deck games. These are basically games that they run great. They are verified by Steam, and you can download them and pretty much play them right out of the get-go. If this will focus, there we go. So you got your great on games, and then you've got all your Steam games, which some of them may not be compatible with it. So, like for example, Arkham Origins right there is unsupported. This one's a mystery because there's just not enough info about it yet. Your installed games, these are ones that you have installed onto the system. A lot of these are kind of the question or the exclamation mark, the question mark, where they don't know if it'll work or not. And then you've got your collection. So these are actually emulation games that I'm using to emulate. Fantastic. I'm going to go through a few in this video, and you've got your non-Steam games right there, as well as you can actually access the store, although for some reason I don't have Wi-Fi. I think that might be because I'm in this room, but anyway, we'll go through some of the emulation stuff first, I guess. So I'm going to test out Wii U games. So I've got 4 installed right here. We're going to try out Wind Waker and see exactly how well it works. All right, so this is Wind Waker HD for the Wii U. Okay, so one thing to remember is the B and the A buttons right here are actually different. All right, so new quest. So you put your name in. I'm just going to do M for now. This is not going to be my main quest log. Hopefully, I don't know. All right. So we're going to skip kind of the cutscene stuff. It runs at a smooth 30. You can see your counter right there, which is really nice. The fact that they include a counter, I think that's really awesome. So you can kind of turn the volume up as well. Yeah, you can kind of sort of hear it. Really great sound quality though, and your volume buttons are up there at the top. So as you can see, let me kind of zoom in a little bit here. There we go. I mean, look at that. That looks great. I mean, obviously the Wii U wasn't a particularly hard console to run. It didn't have the strongest hardware in there. And I think these games did run at 30 frames for the Wii U. But it's wild to see that you can play your Wii U games on a device like this and go to a trip across the country or whatever. I love this game. This is my first Wii U game, and I grinded it when I first played it. I mean, obviously it was my first one, so I really didn't have a choice in the matter. I love the art style. See, I think that's why this game looks as good as it does, is because of the art style. That definitely helps a lot of it. So yeah, when you're actually in the game, runs at a smooth 30 FPS, and as you can see, looks fantastic. Now, some games I'm trying to think. There was one game I had to actually adjust the settings a little bit because the camera was backwards. But as you can see, I mean, it plays at a smooth 30. It may not look like it on the recording because like going through a webcam or a phone and recording it and stuff like that, it doesn't kind of show how truly great this game looks on a screen like this. So it's a smooth 30. I haven't seen any dips. Obviously, with a few more enemies, it might get a little worse for wear. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit the game. See if I can get that focused a little bit better. Okay, so that was Wind Waker HD. So a little bit more demanding of a game like Xenoblade. We'll go ahead and boot that one up and see how well that one works as well. All right, so we're in. I don't have very many Wii U games. Hey, how you doing? Hey, yeah, that's me in the reflection. Yeah, I don't have very many Wii U games. So it is running at a smooth 30. Like I said, it's kind of hard to see it when it's going through recording and stuff like that. This game, from what I've played, just a small amount of it, it seems to have a few, frame drops and stuff like that. And like I said, when you're actually playing the game, it runs really well. But with a bigger game like this, obviously, it's gonna, you're gonna have some dips and stuff like that with all the enemies. So I guess I'll kind of show that off with a fight. So I've actually been going through the Xenoblade franchise the last couple of days. Okay, hit B. I guess I'll switch to this enemy. I forgot that they added guns into this one. So, I mean, it's running really smooth. And like I said, the reason why it kind of looks a little weird, or might look a little weird, is I think just due to the recording. Stuff like that. I try to record my videos at 30, 60 FPS, but sometimes... Oh, there we go. I was about to say it wouldn't let me do anything. That's because I got to select... I'm going to select myself. There we go. What a great game. I do plan on going back and finishing this game. I never really got very far. Alright, there we go. Come on now. Come on now. Again, the sound quality is amazing. I don't know if you can really hear that, but there we go. But yeah, it's running really smooth when you're actually playing it on the Steam Deck. But like I said, when you're using a phone to record it, it is a little iffy here and there. So what's cool about the actual emulation is called EmuDeck. It'll automatically put games like DS, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation, Wii U, PSP, all that stuff into individual folders, label them, put the game, picture, as you can see here are a bunch of Pokemon games already for you. The one game issue that I've had is with 3DS games. They still work. Okay, so you go to Citro, go to play. I'm going to show off, I'm just going to show off Ocarina of Time and hope this works. Okay. So this, natively they run the game at roughly like 720p, because the screen is 800p. So as you can see, you've got your top screen and then your bottom screen. All right, new. So with 3DS games, they actually run at 60 FPS, as you can see right there. But you can actually hit this, go to the battery button, and you can actually limit the frame rate if you want to. So you can limit it to 30, whatever you want. Okay. So it does run these games at 720p. I think that's the max that it gets, which... oh yeah, you can't skip it in this game. Which it makes them look way better. It'll actually kind of work. One of the best 3D games, by the way. And yes, I do own all these games, so I'm not downloading them illegally from online. So, I mean, obviously with a game like this, you're kind of running into some frame issues. I mean, you can just see it. Everything looks way more crisp, I guess. So let me go ahead. I'm going to limit it to 30. And from what I've seen, it does run a little bit better at 30 FPS versus 60. Now, you might be able to tweak some of the settings and stuff, but you can run this at the native 3DS, resolution. So if you kind of want to have that, feeling and stuff like that, you can do that. But you can also run it up to that. Now, if you also want to play this on your PC, and if you have a strong enough PC, you can actually run this at like 4K, 60 FPS, if you have a strong enough PC that can handle the hardware. So as far as I'm aware, any game that works on Citra, you can download and play on the Steam Deck. So yeah, there's a few, frame dips. Obviously, when loading into certain new environments and stuff like that, there's a little bit more. But the fan really isn't going either. That's what I was feeling for. And I noticed that a lot when I would open up games for the first time. It would have an issue of stuttering at first, and then after I ran it a few times, it never really had a stutter. I love this game. So if you actually hit one of the back buttons, you can actually make it not full screen, as well as another one will make them even back, the regular 3DS. Full screen for just the top screen, which I find myself playing a lot. And then you've got this mode, which has the little screen at the bottom, but obviously you can't see it because of there's nothing on the bottom. Now, if you want to on the other side, you can also switch them. So if you need to access your weapons or whatever on this screen, you can do that and then hit the button again. It'll switch them back. The other one on the bottom doesn't do anything though. I mean, this looks a lot better. Now, it's nothing like, AAA or like today or anything like that, but it looks a lot better. There we go. Kokiri Forest. Greatness is about to happen. Now, what's cool about this is some of these 3D games actually have support of using this for the camera. And I'm thinking this might be one of them. So this one doesn't seem to have that support. I know Majora's Mask did. Let me look. So cool thing about this is you can actually do different controller settings. So R4 will swap screens, joystick, trackpad. You can do community layouts for different games. So the trackpad does act as the mouse. So yeah, this one in particular does not support it. I'm actually going to go ahead and if I can figure this out, exit. Oh, that quits out of the app. Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, and then obviously with the regular games, I've been playing a lot of San Andreas, Persona, Yakuza. They all run at full, at really good quality at essentially 60 FPS, which is really cool. So yeah, that was the Steam Deck. Really awesome stuff. I really do like this thing a lot. It does a lot of good things with gaming and stuff like that. And I gotta say, it's a really great console. It's not perfect by no means. There's a lot of things that need to be worked on. There's a lot of things that need to be changed. Number one, battery life. It only lasts on like games like Cyberpunk an hour max. Like that's, I feel like it should be a little bit more than that. But obviously different situations. If I was running like a game like Pokemon, it would probably run at for 5 hours. Versus a game like Cyberpunk, which is obviously a lot more graphically and performance-wise demanding, and takes a lot more for it to run properly. It's only going to last an hour. So yeah, the Steam Deck is really awesome though. I really do love this thing, and I like how it is becoming way easier to actually get one of these things. I think that's awesome. You can actually go on Steam right now and go purchase one All you have to do is wait the 1 to 2 week notice. Obviously, you know, it takes a while for you to get for all that stuff to get shipped. And yeah, now, like I said before, all those games were legally, okay? They were legal copies. All right, I own this game, okay? I used Homebrew to extract it off this game card and put it onto here. I don't see anything wrong with that because I'm not selling it or making a profit. Similarly to the Wii U games, you know, I've got a Wii U. I own, you know, I only have this one around, but I own, you know, the game that, you know, is meant, or that I had on there. I own them. I did extract them, but I mean, still, like I said, that's a weird rough spot. Emulation in particular is just a weird rough spot of legality in terms of what you can do and what you can't do. It's just a really weird area for sure. But I don't know. I think it's okay. You know, you may have different opinions. I think it's okay. I think it keeps old gaming alive. That's something that's really cool. So yeah, that's my experience with this thing. You know, I can't really say much about like the AAA titles like Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA because I don't own those on Steam. I don't really own too many games on Steam, but what really intrigued me about this thing is just all the emulation stuff that you can do. You can't see it because it wasn't focused, but all the emulation stuff that you could do was awesome. It's so cool. And that's one reason why I really enjoy this system and why I really enjoy this. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like. I do appreciate it. And see you guys in the next video. Peace out.